Hey guys, what's going on? This is Alex over here at MyFreedomSmokes, and today we're going to be talking about the COV Mini Volt 40 watt, I guess you could call this a box mod. It's really cool. You do have your carbon fiber, splitting it down the middle with your rubberized paint job. It does give a nice good feel in your hand. And of course, the first thing you probably noticed about this when I showed it to you is the size. The size on this is tremendous. I remember when just to even have a 20 watt device, it had to be the size of an MVP. So they've taken this awesome technology, probably compressed it down to about as small as they could make it with a good battery life, and presented it to you. Now, number one, COV, Council of Vapor, is an American company, and they do create their products and manufacture them right here in the US, so you can always have great peace of mind when ordering from us and COV. So, taking a quick look at this, it's extremely basic. You have your power, you have your up and down for your wattage, and right here at the top, you have your LED screen. Now that LED screen is nice and bright. That's one thing I do like about it. And I kind of like that they added it at the very top here, because that way you can kind of look at it while you're vaping. So it kind of gives you a good idea. You can kind of keep an eye on your ohms a little bit better. Definitely keep an eye on your battery a lot better. Speaking of batteries, this is an internal battery. You can't take it out. You charge it via micro USB port on the bottom, which it does come with one inside the box too. That's the only extra accessory other than your authentication and a little instruction manual, which honestly the manual wasn't that descriptive, mainly because there isn't too much about this mod. It only goes up to 40 watts and it is not temperature control. So this mod isn't going to be replacing anything you currently have unless you only need up to 40 watts. If you use temperature control stuff, or if you go above 40 watts, this is just going to be a great companion to have in play with the rest of the tanks you have. It's a great stealth vape. That's part of the reason I've got my Aspire ET on here with about a 50-50 mixed liquid in here with a higher nicotine content. That way I can just throw this in my pocket and not have to worry about carrying around anything, you know, big and clunky. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this only does go up to 40 watts, but I have seen that you can edit the different power settings. You have soft, power, and standard. Now, I've got mine set on standard, and I kind of played around with the other two settings, and it felt like power mode gave me a little bit of a stronger hit. I really didn't notice any different between soft and standard. So honestly, I'm just going to keep mine at standard. I really don't see the need to flip around and mess with it any more than that. Now, as you saw earlier, I did have an Aspire ET on it. I had a 510 to Ego thread connector, but you can even put something like a Kanger sub-tank on here and it's still fire. Now, to change your wattages, you simply press and hold your power button along with the up wattage button, as so, until you'll see your numbers flash like so. Then you can press the up button or press and hold it to change your wattage. So we'll go ahead and just get this set real quick. I'm gonna bump it up just a little bit higher of a wattage so you guys can see how good it does perform with, I'd say, a 0.5 coil. Now, I'm running this at its peak. I'm running it right at 40 watts. The instruction manual does mention to not run it exactly at that, but only because you'll get bad battery life. So if you're running this thing at its full potential, you are probably going to kill that battery really fast. So definitely keep that in mind when using this device. And actually, on that note, I remember this coil's a little old, so I'm going to bump this down to 35 watts, and I'll give it a test using that. Again, really packs a punch. It's fantastic. So again, that's just a quick look at the COV Mini Volt 40 watt box mod. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them below, and make sure to follow us on our Facebook and Twitter pages, because we're constantly doing cool giveaways, and we love chatting with our customers. So again, thank you for shopping with My Freedom Smokes, and I hope you have a great one.